Hello, people. What is going on? Welcome back to E20 Zone TV late night player ratings. It is currently 10 past 2 in the morning UK time. I am here to do a player ratings reboot because the first one didn't come out too great on the audio. So start again and we go again on here. Manchester United won, West Ham United won. A thoroughly deserved point for West Ham tonight. I would have been bitterly disappointed that if we would have come away with nothing at Old Trafford. I thought we was in the game for vast amounts, not attacking loads, but we definitely had half a sniff of getting something out of the game. And tonight we did get something out of the game, and we're here to talk about it. Before I get started, though, please do smash a like on the video. It goes a long way. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Hit notification bell. If you want to become a member of the channel and support E20 Zone TV, check out that stuff, and you'll be entered in a raffle for a Christmas giveaway box that I'm giving away for Christmas. Right, let's get into this. Player ratings for Manchester United 1, West Ham 1. Alphonso Areola, I'll make this short and sweet. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Kicking, crap, punching every time a ball was coming in. I guess it's good if it's a safe option, but I wish he would catch the ball and relieve pressure. He makes a little bit of a howler at the end of the game, where if that goes in the back of the net, I think we're all going berserk. Literally, ball comes across, Areola should come out and claim it, slips out of his grasp, and Bruno's there. Bruno hits it, and it hits his sort of instep, and it goes over the bar. If that goes in the back of the net, I think we're all going mad at Areola. I'm saying, what the hell are you doing? I'll give him a 6 tonight out of 10. Let's come to this guy, Cafu, aka Aaron Wan-BISSAKA. Unbelievable performance. First things first, getting forward, tackling, defensive clearances off the line. This man turned up tonight and wanted to prove to Manchester United fans that they made the wrong choice by getting rid of him. Them performances for West Ham are very few and far between, but Aaron Wan-BISSAKA tonight put in a performance that's probably one of the best performances he's done in a West Ham shirt. First half, header off the line, excellent. Read the danger, cleared it, done. Another defensive header and all when a cross come in, cleared it again. Tackling one-on-one, 2 big interceptions in the game where he sort of players in. He gets round the player, scoops the ball off him, and then he carries the ball up the pitch. His attacking threat, superb tonight. Absolute superb. Cannot fault him at all. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. Strong 9 out of 10. It's so close to a 10 out of 10, but I think there was another player who just outshone him tonight. But Aaron done well tonight. Really did. And long may that continue. I will say that. Right. Let's come to this man, Mr. Mavropanos. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Solid performance. Nothing bad. Nothing amazing, but just solid. Good in the air, good on the ground. Didn't really make any mistakes tonight. Nothing that I can remember. It was a pretty solid, standard, does what it says on the tin performance from him. So, yeah, I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Let's come to the crackhead. I call him a crackhead, yeah, at Leeds away. He comes back, he puts in all these performances, and tonight he puts in another really good performance. Jean-Claude Todibo tonight was excellent tonight. He really was. I felt like someone's told him that he can be aggressive in the Premier League and he can actually put his body in front of people. I thought tonight he was superb. Defensive clearances were good. One-on-one defending was good. Passing was good. He made one error that, from what I remember, and he was mucking about with the ball and he went out for a throw-in. Other than that, he was literally top draw tonight. Absolute top draw. And he's improving game by game. I don't know what's going on there, but you can see the difference from him at the start of the season to him currently right now. And I feel like he's beginning to learn that he can use his body. He can sort of be aggressive because he was too passive. Like Steve was just too soft in the approach. But tonight he was good. He was good. They tried to con him with a penalty, and Bremo tried to go over and try and buy a penalty. The referee wasn't buying it. So Tadibo tonight gets an 8 out of 10. Solid performance. Can't really fault him. Best centre half that we've got currently right now, which is mad when you say it like that. And a few months ago, no one would have been saying John Claire Tadibo is the best defender at the club, but he is right now. 8 out of 10. Right, let's come to Malik Diouf. Um, First half against Amat, shocking, absolute shocking. Going forward, this kid's good. Defending 1-on-1, he's not that good. I've noticed that now that when good players go up against him, he's susceptible to putting in a foul, getting a yellow card, and walking a tightrope. I thought first half, Amat had him on toast. Literally was ruining him to a point. Second half, he got better, and there was times where he was trying to get away with stuff, but he didn't want to give away a yellow card and second bookable offence. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I don't think he's a 7. He's not a 5. I thought first half he was absolutely shocking. Second half he got better. You can't fault his efforts. I'm a bit concerned. Is he a wing back or is he a fullback? That's the $1,000,000 question with me. Wing back, he hasn't got to really do a lot of defending, right? As a fullback, he's going to have to defend against top class players. I'm not too sure. But for tonight, he's going to get a 6 out of 10. Right, before I come to the next rating, please do smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's come to this guy, Mr. Magassa. The most easiest rating I've ever done on E20's own TV. And this is no exaggeration whatsoever. Easiest rating ever. 10 out of 10 performance. He wins man of the match on Sky Sports. He wins the man of the match here. Absolute flawless. This geezer was like a human sat nav. Just put in the location, the geezer's there in an instant. He was all over the pitch tonight. Every time West Ham got the ball, he was going forward. He makes a run in the second half where he has a shot. He goes past the post. Better positional play, maybe he gets a shot on target. Defensive awareness, good. Carrying the ball, good. Breaking up play, excellent. I mean, second balls, winning the second balls, excellent. Driving runs, absolute excellent. And then we get to the goal. And I'm going to be honest, I was watching him on the watch along, and you said it on the watch along. I said, I feel sorry for him tonight because I think he's had an unbelievable game. We're 1-0 down, and it had to be him to go and get that goal to win us that point. I was going to say win us the game. It felt like a win tonight, but to win us that point, it was beautiful. And a lot of people have been saying it. He's raw. I said it a few weeks ago. I said he looks a decent-ish player, but he looks a bit clumsy. There was none of that tonight. Absolute none of that. Very clever in fouling people without getting booked. Also, which I noticed, he's not players who just fall on the ground and expect a referee to give a foul. He will buy fouls, but he'll do it in a clever way. And he will also give fouls away where it ain't blatant. And he done it a few times tonight where he not sort of played the dark arts, but he played the game. So yeah, Magassa tonight, absolute first class performance, 10 out of 10. Can't fault it any other way, I'm honest. Right, let's come to Mateus Fernandes. Tricky one, this one. Yeah, because I'm seeing people online saying he actually had a really, really good game. I disagree. I love this kid. I really do. I was one of the people that was like crying out to get him here for £40 million. I thought first half, he ran around, but he wasn't involved. Just wasn't really involved at all. Every time he got on the ball, yes, he passes the ball good. He's always makes space, but he just wasn't doing enough to warrant us doing anything in the first half. Second half, as the game went on, he got better. Right, I don't know why, but he just got better. So you got to take that into account. I'm gonna give him. I don't know. See, I look at it and I think, is he a six? Is he a seven? I'm gonna give him a high six. Right, just not a seven for me. I don't think he done enough to warrant a 7 out of 10. Like he worked very, very hard. He made space, but in the first half there was nothing there. There was just nothing from him at all. Like, and I was watching the game and I said, like, he's just too quiet for me. So yeah, I'll give him a strong 6 out of 10. Good average performance, but obviously needs to be more involved in the first half. To a man who was superb tonight, also. I'm seeing a lot of people online turning around and saying about WAN-BISSAKA, Magassa, the standouts. This kid is the real deal. This kid is absolutely the real deal. When I watched him tonight, one thing that we've been crying out for at West Ham is energy in the middle of the park, right? And I think we might have found the trio that we need to move forward. All young lads, all going to be at the club for hopefully years to come. Freddie Potts tonight was superb, superb. Breaks up play well along with Magassa. He made an excellent tackle in the second half off from Mbremo, and Bremo's literally going to cut inside of a shot. Freddie's there, header in the balls. What I like about Fred is he's calm and he's composed on the ball. The only issue he had tonight, from what I just remembered, is that corners were poor. When he's taking the corners, weren't doing nothing. But nevertheless, I thought he had a decent game. And don't forget, this kid's learning on the job. This kid's come in since Newcastle and he's been the mainstay in that middle of the park, and he's learning game by game. He's not going to have masterclass performances like Newcastle, but he will have decent performances, and tonight was a decent performance. I'm going to give him a strong 7. I really do. I think he was all right, and he come off, and I think Nuno took him off at the right time because he had just picked up an injury or a little knock, and I thought we can't lose him now. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Freddie. Right, let's come to Thomas Souček. Don't understand why he's playing right wing, but I sort of get the tactics of it. Go long, let him header the ball down, and Bowen and Wilson pick up the pieces. I just think he was there tonight, but he was ill effective in sort of doing anything down that right hand side. That right hand side was null and void tonight. Simple as that. He wasn't beating a man. He wasn't passing one, all that. I think Thomas Tuchel was just chucked into that position and to say, right, head the ball on, win the long balls when Ariola's taking goal kicks and stuff or free kicks, and try and make something happen. I'll give him a high 5 tonight. Listen, I'm not going to criticise the man because his time will come again, and he will score goals and win us games. But tonight, I felt like he was just ill effective in what he was trying to do, and some of that's on Nuno to a point. So, yeah, high 5 for me. Let's come to Callum. Not his night tonight. Not his night. Well marshalled. Did spin a few times in, and just hasn't got the pace about him. The problem is where West Ham are counter attacking, he hasn't got the pace and he hasn't got the sort of speed to sort of beat a man, and even one-on-one to a point. I felt like tonight that he's I feel like he was just well controlled tonight, and it's no fault of his own. Didn't really get a chance at any point. So yeah, I'll give him, same as Souček, high 5 for me. Nothing major, is what it is. Let's come to the captain, and that is Jared Bowen. I thought there was moments where he had the opportunity to have a shot or let the shot go earlier, and he didn't. I think this kid needs a goal. I think he's lacking a bit of confidence in front of goal at the minute. Tonight, he made an excellent effort in the second half where he's danced in their box, got to the byline, smashed the ball across the goal. Someone's got to be there to tap it in. No one's there. Um, I think his position was basically to try and play on the counter, and anything that Wilson can win, Bowen's going to be behind him with the speed and everything. Um, I think Manchester United sort of knew how to handle Bowen, and it was a better performance than his recent performances. But it's not Bowen that we know him as. But it was an okay performance tonight, right? I'm going to give him a high 6 out of 10. Nothing flamboyant. Did make a few efforts, but that's about it, really. Right, let's come to the subs. Um, Kilman comes on, doesn't really do anything other than one clearance. Kante looks a fucking literal unit, right? He actually looks a unit, and it's quite funny if you had Magassa and Kante together, no one's getting through that brick wall. I know that for certain. Andy Irving comes on. I think he actually takes the set piece, which leads to the goal. So all the subs come on, they've done their bit. I'm going to all give them a 5, like, for the time that was on the pitch. And yeah, is what it is. Referee. For me, I thought the ref was all right tonight. Booked people that generally need to be booked. I've got one issue with him, that when Embramo goes down and he tries to con the referee into giving a penalty against Tadibo, why is Embramo not booked for diving? He doesn't give the penalty, and Embramo is intentionally trying to go down. So why is he not booked for, like, trying to dive? Don't understand that one. Really don't. Got everything pretty much spot on tonight. Andrew Kitchen, his name was, young referee. So yeah, I'll give him 6 out of 10 for me. Right, final rating of the evening, and that is Nuno. Thought starting lineup, he went bold tonight. Yeah, so you got to give him credit for that. I asked Nuno at the start of the day, I said, please play with no fear tonight. Make sure that if you're going to play with no fear. Play to win, not play not to lose. And West Ham played to try and win that game tonight. Right, he's got a mountain of shit on the bench and behind the scenes that he can't get rid of until January. So he's making the best of what he's got at his disposal right now. And when you look at the bench tonight, it's embarrassing. West Ham United, 17th richest club in world football, and that's our bench. But, and there is a but here, one thing this man is using, he's using all the resources that he's got, and he's bleeding in these youngsters. Your Kantes, your Magassas, all these players that we've sort of signed and bought, like, and let out on loan. Even people like Freddie, who he's brought in and said, right, I'm going to give him a go and all. He's trying, Nuno. He really is. Tonight, I think he deserved this tonight. He really did. What a difference a few days make from the other day where he's answering questions over a player to tonight. Everyone's really happy of how the team's played, and how the team has performed over the 90 minutes, and really give it a go. Really give it a go. I feel like I'm going to give him an 8 tonight. I think he deserves an 8. I don't think he's done a lot wrong. The Souček on the right wing is baffling, but I sort of understand it. If you're going long, direct, hit Souček, let him header the balls on, hold the balls up, bring people into play. I can sort of understand that. It's going to be interesting to see what he does on Sunday, but I will speak about that in a minute. But for tonight, Nuno gets an 8 out of 10. Very good tonight, and got it done at Old Trafford. That's been the player ratings. For Manchester United 1, West Ham United 1. Moving on to Brighton, it's going to be interesting to see what Nuno does now, because obviously Lucas Paqueta will be back. I thought he was going to get a 2-match ban, and they was going to add on an extra game because of him being recently suspended. Bit that's not to be. So Lucas Paqueta will be back on Sunday. What does Nuno do there? Does he play him? Does he leave it? Does he go with the same side that he went with tonight? Who knows? Who knows? One thing I will say is that West Ham are up against Leeds United and they are fighting with them to stay in the league. I am pretty certain that it'll be out of us or Leeds who goes down. I do believe West Ham can get level on points with them come January the 1st. West Ham will stay up. I stand on that quite openly. I look at them. They are up for the challenge. They are up for the fight. We've got to be up for the fight also, right? And if I think tonight showed that we're not going away. We are going to fight this out, and we are going to grind these results out. And that was a grinding result performance tonight. That was a moment tonight where I look at it and think 1-0 down. Didn't deserve to be 1-0 down, really. Their goal comes from pretty much a deflection, which ends up in the path of Dalot, or whatever his name is. So us getting a point now is thoroughly deserved. But we've got to go to Brighton on Sunday, and we've got to do it again. And if we can nick a result at Brighton, whether that's a draw or a win, we've just got to keep maintaining this, right? Because there's going to come a game where we are going to get hammered in one of them, and it's just how we handle it. But tonight, very good performance, and roll on Sunday. Right, the optimism is good. Right, the players look like they was fighting with each other tonight to sort of succeed, and rightfully so. Everyone felt together tonight, and what difference it does make from Sunday afternoon. That's a sort of performance tonight. I'm going to say this before I wrap this up, that Billy Bonds would be proud of. Billy Bonds would have been looking at that performance tonight and going, that is West Ham United right there. And that's what we all want tonight. Also, I'm going to give a major shout out. I mean, a major shout out to the away fans tonight. If you was in the away end tonight, fucking I salute you, because I could hear you loud and very clear over the commentator, and so could many others. I thought the atmosphere from the West Ham crew up there was absolutely brilliant. Vocal, loud, supporting the team. When it went 1-1, all you could hear was West Ham fans in Old Trafford. And Old Trafford was like a bit of like a morgue, if you know what I mean. So fair play to everyone who went up there tonight. I really do mean that. And now we move on to the next one. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Hit the notification bell and all that game. And that is it, done for Manchester United away this season. One thing I will say is that, as I've always said, West Ham will fight to the end. There's no question about it. West Ham will fight. West Ham will grind it, and West Ham will try their absolute best to stay in this league. We've just got to get through this Christmas period as best as we can. If we can, and we can get level on points with them, then great. We're 2 points behind them now. I'm happy. Yeah. As long as we don't end up 7, 8 points behind, then so be it. But I'm really pleased with the boys tonight, because one thing that it gave us all as West Ham fans tonight is hope. It really did. It gave us all hope that these boys are going to fight for us. And by God, we need them. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take care of yourselves out there. That's been the player ratings. I will catch you again in the next one. Peace.